Welcome to Feminist Frequency Radio. This is the show that asks you to be critical of the media you love. I'm Kat Spada.
And I'm AC Lamberty. And Kat, it's so good to see you because I'm so excited for our trip to the Great White Way.
Oh, pack your character shoes. We're getting into musical mayhem. Hi, AC, have you been in a cryogenic chamber since last we talked?
Yeah, what's happened? In 2020, I don't know. I went in on December 31st, 2024, and just came out. So all seems well.
Yeah.
How are you?
You know, I love nothing more than a consistent podcast. As a super listener of podcasts, it's probably my favorite thing. But listen, I was like, okay, when did our last episode come out? And it was a lot longer ago than I thought.
and this is not an invitation to look.
Nope. I mean, if I reference that the Los Angeles wildfires threw our lives into turmoil shortly after, then it might give you some sense of the timeline. Yeah, I feel like that was definitely the people getting back from the holidays, doing their work calls and being like, how are you? How have you been?
I have vivid memories of that. That's for sure.
Yeah. And then the inauguration hot on those heels. And it's just been a real downward slide into
authoritarian rule.
Yeah.
Low-key.
Yeah. Driving around looking for illegal kidnappings of people in the community, going to protests, opening up the phone to the most horrible things I've ever seen in my life, scrolling through genocide as it's happening. It's been a real horrible time.
Say that.
Yeah. I mean, let's just say that. Okay,
it's
so
true.
It's true. It's both an excuse for things. And then, so we started talking about doing this mini series months ago, and then I got into a writing program on the East Coast, and I went and did that, and I came back, and then I probably had COVID, although home tests were negative, and you can't get a PCR test anymore, and
oh god,
yeah, so I was like, oh cool, this is a fun way to spend the month of July, no more smell and taste for a while. And now here we are. It's like
8 months later.
I needed this though. I needed this too. I needed to talk to you about
we needed
movies.
to create a brave space to talk about movie musicals.
How did we even come up with this idea months ago when we started talking about it?
I mean, part of me just feels like being kind of big fucking losers that love musicals and want to talk about them.
God bless.
That's it. I don't know. I have no recollection, but I'm constantly looking for a musical. I'm ready for Wicked at the end of the year. I'm there. It's one of my fave genres.
I feel like this is the most try-hard form of performance. It's the archetype of the theater kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've joked about our actors like Simu Liu who are like, don't make me sing. I sure hope you don't make me sing. And then the very lucky few get to dance through life and Wicked, etc.
Exactly. Man. Well, I feel like the theater kid ethos will be very important to us during this season, thinking about some of the stuff that we will be talking about. But on that, I'm curious, if you were a theater kid growing up, what are some of the formative musical content, I guess, because TV counts. But yeah, where did you begin?
Thank you so much for asking. I was a dance kid, which meant...
I actually did not know that.
Yeah, that meant that I was a theater kid. So I was a ballet dancer, and then in school, I took voice lessons, but I wasn't really good enough to actually sing. And so I would end up being in the chorus of all of the musicals because I was doing the dance heavy roles, and then you do a little.
Well, somebody has to carry the production. Okay.
Yeah. My I look forward to talking about the various inappropriate casting of my high school theater department.
Yeah. For sure.
But I was often the dance captain for the musical, and so would be me and three others shimmying our stuff on the stage.
I
Although
love that.
one time I was so bummed. We had a star. We had a big star in the audience of one of these plays, and I don't remember why or how.
Who was it?
It was Tim Curry.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I was ready to make a joke. That's like, that would change my life.
No, I mean, that was like
That's my guy.
huge to be like, wow, Tim Curry saw us tapping and
Yeah, I was
tipping
going to
and
ask
tapping.
do you remember which musicals you were in?
Let's see. I was in The Wiz.
Nice.
That was definitely my biggest accomplishment. Okay, well, this does talk about the inappropriate casting. This is not a musical, but I did star in The Diary of Anne Frank as a non-Jewish person. So let's put that on the map.
The Diary. That is amazing.
Gosh, what other musicals they did? I saw Cabaret, but I wasn't in it.
Man, high schoolers doing cabaret will never not be funny to me.
Yeah.
It's just an incredible choice.
I don't know why only plays are coming to mind right now. Like we did, I don't know. We did all these. We did Godspell. I don't know. I'm thinking of so many that I like literally don't even want to say the names of because it's like, why was my all like predominantly white school doing that production?
Name and shame.
I wasn't making those calls. Let's just say that.
That is so funny.
But yeah, I mean, I was a big, as I've talked about on this podcast, like when Anita and I did the season of Hollywood Through the Decades, I was a big TCM viewer. And that meant a lot of watching and rewatching some of the classic Hollywood musicals. And then certainly, being in LA, getting to go to some of the big shows if they were here or in San Francisco, I'd go to see, Phantom, stuff like that. That was really exciting for me. So yeah, like always had a love for it. And I think there was just that piece of like really wanting to rewatch your Singing in the Rain and your West Side Story. So what about you?
I was in the pit orchestra in high school for productions. I played the cello for like 15 years.
Yeah.
And I was in the pit for Hello, Dolly and The Drowsy Chaperone and Shrek the Musical.
Wow.
Which are hilarious choices. But I also, like, my mom is a huge movie musical fan.
Yeah.
And so I just like grew up watching kind of the classics with her. And I remember like loving Chicago when it came out, like as a child, loving Dreamgirls. I love Dreamgirls so much. So whatever big musical that comes out every year, my mom and I go see, like, without doubt.
I don't think of us as having that big of an age gap. Let's have some age gap discourse. But like the fact that the movie Shrek came out when I was halfway through high school and then had already become a musical to become like accessible by Samuel
for
French
children
to high school students is wild.
Yeah, I don't remember a goddamn song from it. Like it was really not memorable. I remember I had a big solo moment that I fucking slayed every time. That's like it was not, and like
I was
like
just air
making
celloing.
a teenager wear involved prosthetic makeup is very funny. Like it's just very good.
Well, also,
man, I do think my tangential kind of watch list for this intro is Waiting for Guffman. Like that is the energy that I feel we are bringing.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, thank you for bringing us there.
Yes.
I think also crucial to understanding my high school performance experiences is that I did go to an all-girls school. And so also bear in mind that we had, we would have people in tears at a teenage girl as Tevye in Fiddler on the Roof. Like that's the father.
That is amazing.
The leaguered father.
Were you guys like known for having an iconic theater program or something?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Although, like, I guess I feel like we were because there was money. There was money involved. And so there was a lot of really great set design and people from Hollywood who were doing lighting projects for us and costuming and stuff like that. So there was money there. Since I've graduated, they've like built a massive theater
The Cat Spada Auditorium.
Yeah, for sure. But actually in the suburb of LA that I currently live in is like one of those high schools where the kids always win the Jimmy Award.
Yes, it is. Okay, it is demented maybe to say, but I would fucking love to go to the Jimmy Awards. Maybe that's how we cap off this.
Yeah, we should go.
Our epilogue. We should
go
to
one of these high school productions.
Honestly, I fucking would.
Let's do it because
this episode just turns into us planning how to go to a high school to see music.
Okay, I started following the local high school on Instagram because I was like, I don't know, I feel like I want to know if they're doing something.
Yeah, do you know what productions they're doing for the
I don't know. I haven't looked it up, but
I bet they'll be announced soon. I don't know. That's like the energy just I have around musicals in general is so like childlike. I love them so much. Like. It all feels so ripe for making fun of in like the most harmless way. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I love a person who loves musicals, basically.
Well, so listeners, watch this space. I think we will keep you up to date on if we attend the Jimmys. We'll be presenting at the Jimmys.
Patreon exclusive.
Or maybe we'll be exploring more of that. But okay, well, Waiting for Guffman is so perfect because there's like the high school theater production, but the community theater and the community musical is so special.
Community art, like arts in like will make me cry. Like they're so vital and important to me, and yet this movie is like exactly what is so funny and stupid about them. It's incredible.
Yeah, just thinking about what people are doing on their off hours. And this was before everyone could have a podcast or a YouTube series or be an influencer. Yes. Like if you had that spark, baby, where were you going to take it? You were going to take it to the community center. And like, would you be the hunk? Would you be the girl working at Dairy Queen who could like carry the whole emotional journey of it?
Man.
But the thing about Waiting for Guffman that is going to show up in a lot of movies and TV that we're going to talk about this season is the show about putting on a show.
Yes.
And the goal of someone big showing up and making it break out.
Totally.
Like, and that's something I hope we also continue to explore because it's not just like I was born to sing and dance and I would do it wherever. It's like, no, I am born to sing and dance on Broadway, bitch.
Yes, like, I want to be loved, like, period. Also, the other thing that's familiar from Waiting for Guffman about a lot of these, Bob Balaban. I feel like that guy's working all the time. He must be in Glee. Oh, sorry, spoiler, but...
Yeah, no, we're gonna talk about Glee. Like, I don't even know what we're gonna talk about Glee, but like most of what we're gonna talk about is the movie musical. I think it's a lot easier to discuss in a way that like people can access because there's a lot of like researching a production that was on the West End for however many years, but the movie musical is a complete piece. And Glee is this like generation defining show, I dare say.
It's so fascinating. That's
another
huge part of my life as a kid.
I feel weird about the fact that children were watching Glee again because Glee came out when I was fully in my 20s. And so I'm like, oh yeah, of course this is a show for children. So no wonder children were watching it. But yeah, I look forward to getting into that and the earnestness,
be a rich text.
The absolute earnestness of this all. So yeah, we are going to talk. Here's how the season's going to work. This is our little preview. It's going to come out, and there's also going to be a bonus episode for Patreon where we're going to talk about some more recent stuff that has nothing to do with the musicals. Then in a few weeks, we'll have our regular episodes come out. We decided to pick a selection of films generally that represent like different types of musicals or movie musicals. So if the first episode comes out and is about like, let's say classic Hollywood, and that's not really your thing, the next week we might be talking about something more modern or more avant-garde or something like that. So we're trying to cover a lot of bases with the different selections. And then each week there will be a Patreon bonus episode, a mini episode for all of the Patreon supporters at every level, just as there always has been, the sort of What's Your Freak Out bonus at the end. But additionally, we're doing a few extra things for the higher level Patreon supporters. And the reason I want to just like lay it out there, like I feel like we're doing sort of ad content for the show that you are currently listening to. But this is only supported by Patreon. I do pause the Patreon during the months that we don't have episodes going out. I don't want people to pay for something they're not getting. But when the episodes are coming out, if you join the Patreon, then it helps just support our like hosting and editing. You know, that's it. But we wanted to do a couple of full-length episodes that are basically like the things I don't really want to talk about unless they're behind a paywall. So...
Say that.
We will.
Say that.
There will be some surprises for that, but we should just say right here that we will be watching Emilia Perez together.
Yeah, and I should also say I won an Oscar for Emilia Perez, and it is they them and uses they them.
My Oscar is Ace, and wants you to know that.
I feel like it's COVID. It's like I've avoided seeing Emilia Perez for so long, and now I'm going to have to do it.
The only way...
So subscribe for that.
The only way I'm going to watch it. And also another reason I want that to be behind a paywall is I expect to be decently stoned for that. So...
Oh, for sure.
I don't think I'm going to be able to watch that sober.
Someone sedate me.
I tried to watch Heads of State the other night.
Oh, geez.
Sober. And I did have to turn it off. I think I might have had a good time if I was not mentally present. But so that is what we're going to bring for Patreon. So we hope that you want to join us there. And again, when the season concludes and we take a hiatus before the next round of episodes, you will not be continuing to get billed. But yeah, this is going to be a lot of different genres, but all to a tune.
All musical mayhem. I recommended this to Kat before we hopped on, but to play us out, actually, I don't know if there are copyright issues, but my recommendation for all of you as we embark, the Ethel Merman Disco album, which is literally that's just the title of it. Beautiful show tune set to a funky disco beat. Enjoy and put it on right before you listen to musical mayhem.
I love that. And with that, you know where to follow us at FemFreq everywhere. More on that in our next full episodes.
Take us out, Ethel.
There's no business like show business, like